Well, considering the Necrobook's coming over on the Beastmaster, like, it kind of has to be a mech.
Well, a Blink Dagger for positioning is also good.
That I can agree with. It almost feels like he's more of like that saving grace.
And there's no real point to getting the mechanism if they don't expect to be fighting Na'Vi at any given time.
Well, if you try and play that cat and mouse game, but it's going to be a matter of time before Na'Vi push you. Like, they're taking out their first tier 2 tower only a minute ago. And when they get their next Aegis the Immortal, they will be looking to go high ground. And the next Aegis will spawn up in about 10 seconds. There's a lot of movement coming to top lane.
Yeah, the game has evened out in terms of strength of the two lineups, and it's all down to who has the better initiate at this point. So despite Na'Vi's early lead, they haven't really managed to transition it into anything worthwhile the way we saw in Game 2.
Fear was courier hunting. Quick blink away by PPD will get him out to safety. Ra's currently being stalked up by Fear once again. But Roshan is alive. EG is well aware of this thanks to the Hawk vision. Well, you also see both Snake and Arsal up on that top lane, so they know that Roshan's not going to be instantly done. And that Observer and Sentry from Fear 2 is getting so much information. Can EG do this? Yep, they can. They jump in. Seneko very quickly mopped up by the Evil Genius movement.
Yeah, and by not dying and just slowly pushing out the top wave, PPD has not only gotten himself a Blink Dagger, he's now also sitting on another 1200 gold. This is probably the richest PPD has ever been in a game that they were technically behind in.
How far behind? Well, they technically are still behind, but they were 5,000 net worth behind, and slowly, over the past 10 minutes, they've managed to repair half of that deficit. Same for the experience movement.
To be fair though, it's because Fear has taken up the 5 role on himself now, just by constantly running around, scouting out Na'Vi, making sure that they won't surprise EG anywhere.
It really just seems to be like a wart on legs right now.
Yeah, there's several ways of playing Bounty Hunter, this is one of them.
He's an information source. If he can get the tracks for the kills, sure. But in the meantime, Arteezy knows exactly where he can move to farm, and same for Sumail. And now both of them are top on the net worth board. Obviously, the next 4 are instantly Na'Vi players, and you've still got a very, very low bounty. But if you start getting kills, this corrects itself very, very quickly.
I am not sure that this is a game that Na'Vi wants to take to late game. They do have decent responses to everything on EG's lineup, but I feel like if this Ursa gets real big, and the Invoker as well, if they both get full inventories, I don't think Na'Vi has the answer to it.
I concur. But that's just when Na'Vi has to be ready to push high ground. They're going to get themselves another Aegis Immortal. Our second Roshan going to go down at the 22-minute mark. And they'll protect once again Dendi. But like, what's your trade-off at the moment?
It's just getting farm on EG right now. That's what they're content with. And if Na'Vi ever has anyone farming the top lane, then EG is going to be there and pick them up. I think Na'Vi would be wise to just take a 5-man run through their own part of the map, clean out the woods, and have EG return to their base and start over.
The big item now arriving as well for Arteezy. So 22-minute BKB for him after he picked up that Blink Dagger as well as Mask of Madness.
Yeah.
Difficult to control. Looking for Chen to actually hold on to troll traps. Oh, are they going to find someone up on top? Yep, there's your duel.
That went fast.
And Fear will go down.
So Gem on the Legion Commander, they're gonna make sure that they can now keep complete map control of this game. Plus he has a Shadow Blade, so he'll know when he's in safety. It's actually, you know, it's a bit odd going Shadow Blade against a Bounty Hunter with track, but then again, he can always remove it from himself.
There's also something too that Swindles was explaining. Like, the Shadow Blade is one of these things where, yeah, you might have a Blink Dagger, you got your initiation on that front, but it's also a great way to play around the fight. General, okay, OD imprisonment from Dendi. Buys him the space, there's no mana, 3-6 charges, okay, he can just blink himself out of this one. Dendi, however, he sacrifices his Aegis the Immortal. Arteezy has burned that ultimate, but support's coming down. D-Raz on his way, the stun's over on Dendi General, and looks like Dendi just said, just leave me for dead.
And for the first time in the game, EG is now officially considered in the lead.
Officially?
Well, in my book.
The graphs will probably show the same kind of thing with that tier 1 tower dropping as well as Dendi.
Black King Bao up on RTC. He no longer has to worry about the Blade Mail. And I guess the Shadow Blade, something...
Oh, another winner.
It's 48 to him.
This is going to really start to rack up. Yes, you're only getting a kill on a bounty hunter. That doesn't really mean that much as far as money goes. But it's just the fact that you're continuously gaining more and more dual damage. Arteezy's going to try and correct this if possible. If DD-Ra comes down for the rune, then maybe he'll... Okay, jump, Blade Mail time for Legion. Doesn't want to trigger it just yet. That Sunstrike perfectly on target. And the Gem of True Sight, it's going to be given up. It's now in the hands of the Ursa. Oh, Shadowblade's a great item now. Na'Vi really have to get that back.
So like Swindle rightfully pointed out, EG is not one of these teams that plays aggressive in the early game. They like to just sit back, farm up, make sure they get all the items they need. They are so confident in their skill and how to move around the map that they feel at their best once they hit around the 30-minute mark, and that's what's happening right now. They're just like slowly coming back into the game, and now they're ahead. They feel like they're in charge. They even pick up the leading hero of Na'Vi, so to speak, DD-Ra with that gem.
And they stalked him beautifully. Like, you get a kill on the bounty hunter and they knew exactly his path out. Because they controlled everywhere else in the jungle. This is the perfect, you're right, like this is great for Evil Geniuses. Momentum is starting to work their way. Like that BKB, it only feels like a couple of minutes ago Arteezy picked that up and he's already got another 3,000 gold on that Ursa. The Invoker sitting with his Aghanim Scepter. The Bounty Hunter is actually going to be building into the mech as his next primary item instead of going for that Blink Dagger. Yeah, and so EG's preparing themselves for that 35-minute fight.
Na'Vi needs to get the initiates on EG. They can't allow themselves to just be played around with this way. They need to either land a chrono on targets or initiate the fight with a duel, especially on the Ursa that now has the BKB. Otherwise, he's just gonna run all over them.
They just seem to get counted every time they look for a fight. And then these Aegis is immortal. Like, you've got two Aegises coming in for Na'Vi, and like the first one, it felt wasted. The second one, not only was it wasted, but it also ended in the death of Dendi. He tried to save the Faceless Void, but the rest of Na'Vi was just too far away to help. But these minions just keep pushing in for EG time and time again. Fear will be in the neighborhood, but of course they don't have any kind of detection. Dendi starts his TP back out again. Sentries are down to the Dire side. Fear will easily get rid of it with a Culling Blade, and we have ourselves another duel winner. How many times has DD-Ra? Is all three of his kills on the Bounty Hunter and duel wins?
I think he had one on Lion as well, right?
He definitely had a support. Like there was a duel that's happened because he's got 3 assists and 3 kills.
It's a good question.
Yeah. Either way, Fear has definitely given him 2 duel victories, and now Seneko, the Sunstrike again, General, gonna go for the Chrono, and Seneko is still alive. Universe walked in to the Chronosphere, but General can't do anywhere near enough damage. They tried to Hand of God to protect the Vengeful Spirit, but now Sumail comes forward to try and make his play, but DD-Ra, front line, still 8 seconds till duel is back off cooldown. That Sentry Ward, it reveals out Sumail. It's gonna be a double kill arriving for the Legion Commander, and where is that Blink? It is, well, he's on the front lines. They're chasing Universe. Shadowblade is still on cooldown. Universe decides to run deeper into the lane.
Universe Blink Dagger comes off cooldown first.
1 second into the trees. The straight TP, they really want to find that kill, but they won't be able to do it. He had the Gem of True Sight on him and gets it out safely.
Are they going to continue looking?
They have to know he TP'd.
How long are they going to stand there? And they gave up.
Just blink to freedom. But that's a good fight for Na'Vi. Couple of picks on EG. That's the most they've managed to get out of EG as far as commitment-wise. And that was all to try and go on, what, a VS?
Yeah, they only got Vengeful out of it. Despite the Chrono sort of being wasted and the Hand of God actually doing nothing. They managed to pick up 2 good kills to DD-Ra.
It did help with the money coming into the Lion, because now PPD has that Ether Lens on him. DD-Ra, Beastmaster, gonna hawk in, Dendi, defensive imprisonment, gonna stop that Sunstrike damage, because it also takes the Blink Dagger back off cooldown, but the stun perfect timing in from PPD. DD-Ra needs to break free, the Blade Mail will trigger, Dendi can actually defensive imprisonment again in 1 second time. No, he decides just to walk away.
And they played that fight so well, knowing that then they could just BKB and kill all of them if they got too close. So they just stood their ground, stood back, waited for the spells to come off cooldown.
I'm surprised that he didn't just BKB to posture, because he could have saved the Legion's life. Just BKB and go for another defensive imprisonment and just push EG away from his Legion.
Well, they had no vision in the area, so if Ursa did blink in on him,
What's up?
spell game over.
Here goes your Chronosphere. Our team just walks into